My mum didn't know that I was going to be mixed race. She was currently married to a white guy at the time. When I was born, her family, they basically gave her an ultimatum. You choose your black child or you come home with your family. So my mum's decision was to leave me in the hospital. From there, I was taken into foster care and I was there for 4 years. I started asking questions if I could find my mum. I thought I was going to find her and she was going to be the same colour as me. I had all these images in my head. She was still with the same partner that she was married to when I was born. The moment I entered the house, I was in hell. I was in hell. He used to beat her in front of me. He used to make comments like, that black child's not mine. I was always left to my own devices. They'd go out and have meals and drinks and I'd just be excluded. I'd just be in the house. She did end up leaving him and that's when her drugs started to go out of control. Like, I think teachers should be trained to spot a child that's being neglected, you know, to look at things, you know. If they go, it sounds silly, but, you know, look at the state of their uniform. If their uniform's clean, ironed, it's like the small things. You know, like lunchtime, you know, you can get seconds. That child might be getting third, fourth because, you know, they haven't eaten for days or, you know. Sleeping in the classroom. I used to sleep a lot in the class and no one used to question why is she sleeping all day? Because I couldn't sleep at night. I remember someone saying that I can get help if I go to this place. They'll give you somewhere to live and there'll be people there to look after me. So I made my way there and I remember being taken to a house and there was like all different children from all different walks of life, all different races, and straight away, like I felt something that I hadn't felt before, like a family environment. People cared about my well-being, if I'd eaten, if I'd washed. So from there I just started to grow. And when I was 16, I moved out of there, got my own place, and at 17 I was pregnant. I had Lamar when I was 18. When Lamar was 3, I fell pregnant again, this time with another father. He didn't want Rashane. He gave me an ultimatum, said, you have the baby, then I'm leaving you. If you get rid of the baby, we can still be together. So I decided to leave him and have my child. After I had Rashane, I got into another relationship with someone called Daniel. And he was violent, aggressive, abusive, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. First time he was violent towards me, I remember finding some texts in his phone from a female that he was talking to. And when I confronted him, he assaulted me straight away. When we got home, it was like I was having flashbacks of when my mum was being beaten and what she would do after. I'd see them like having a drink and a chat and laughing after like everything was fine. So I just thought we could get past this, you know, maybe he won't do it again. And then it happened again, and this time in front of my child. Like, it's not easy asking for help when you're being beaten and you love that person that you're being beaten by. It's not easy at all. I was told by social services if there was any more violence in our relationship, that they'd take the kids. So I put this to Daniel. I said to him, this is our last chance. If there's any more violence, if you put your hands on me again, if we argue, if police come here, I'm going to lose my children. Like, I loved him. I loved him with every part of me. He told me there was going to be no more violence, our relationship will get better. And I trusted him. I believed him. I believed him. And 3 weeks later, I got a call saying that my mum had died. And I remember just asking him, go and find some pictures of my mum, I just want to look at her. And he was just like, no, you don't need to do this right now. Just, you know, process what you've just heard. And it just escalated into an argument and we started fighting physically. And it resulted in me jumping out of the window and breaking my legs. Now, instantly he was arrested. The children were taken and I was in hospital for about 5 months. I didn't walk for almost a year. And I just remember visiting my children in contact centres on crutches and just feeling like I was being treated like I was the bad person. Like I'd been through all this abuse and violence from him. Even though I'd never asked for help, I was too scared to ask for help because I instantly knew that they would take my children. I used to go to social services daily, asking them to review my case. I need contact with my kids. Nothing. Then I found an organisation called Spires. And I got shown a lot of different organisations that help with situations like this. Social services, they need to put something in place where the mums are given support to stay with their children. I was never given that opportunity, you know. The government need to put their hand in their pocket. That is, we all know this. They need to start funding some charities to deal with these situations. I believe if the government just cared a little bit, just a little bit, things could change. Because it does start with them. I'm here today telling this story because I want to raise awareness. I want people to look at me, where I've come from, where I'm at now, and just make different decisions than what I made. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to call the police. And don't be afraid to tell people what's going on, because a lot of times we keep it to ourselves. It's not the best idea. My name's Tarnya, and I'm strong, beautiful, and I'm inspiring.